have a lot planned for you here tonight, and I'm really excited to share it with you. And I got to tell you, I just have to tell you the story here really fast, if I may. One of my first experiences with doTERRA oils, my wife brought it in. She goes, "Hey, smell this." And I smelled it. I went, "What's this?" And she goes, "Well, what does it smell like?" I go, "It smells like lemons." And she goes, it smells like a lemon. She goes, "Do you like it?" And I go, "Yeah, give that to me." I was in the process of creating one of my programs, and I needed something to help clear my mind, help me get more fine-tuned. Well, she walked out of the room, and I thought, hey, instead of just putting it like right here, why don't I just make the whole room smell like lemon? So I reached down on the floor, turned on the fan to the highest level, just a regular fan, and then I reached over and started doing this on top of the fan. And I was like, "Oh, it smells like lemon. We need more." And I just started pouring it on there, and it just splattered lemon all over everywhere. For the next couple days, every person that walked in my home office was like, "What is going on in here? You got lemon everywhere." So I heard that there's this thing called a diffuser. Is it a lot easier to use? But I have at home, sitting right next to my computer, my little series of events that I go through before every event that I do. Tonight marks my 3,017th event that I've spoken at. My 3,017th event, thank you, excellent, excellent. Not bad for an introvert. Not bad for an introvert. One of my coaches that I have right now, one of my mentors in my life, had me take a personality test, and again, it shows up as an introvert. And it's so funny, they find out what I do, but then they see what my personality is, and they go, "How can an introvert get on stage and train people? How can you get up here and do this?" I go, "You just do it." What do you do? What? Say it one more time. You just do it. You just, whatever it takes, you just do it. And I've been doing this now for, oh my goodness, about 11 years now. But it really hasn't kicked into gear until like the last 4 or 5 years. And I got to tell you, at the very beginning, when I wanted to get out and speak and go help people, one of the challenges I had was having people show up to my class. Can we relate? Have you ever had a class where you get it all set up, everything's there, and it's going to start at 7, 6:45, you know they're going to be pulling in, bringing all their friends with them. Now it's 7:05, 7:10, 7:15, 7:30, and then you look outside to see if it was snowing in Phoenix or wherever you're at, and then you try to come up with some good story of why they didn't show up, and then it hits you. Oh my goodness. They're not showing up. I'm not going to ask for a raise of hands because I'm sure that's none of you, right? But I think we can relate. In that experience for me, I told my wife, I said, "I really believe I'm a motivational speaker. Like, I just want to motivate people." And she goes, "You have to have somebody show up to motivate them." And I literally go set up classes. I'd go, pay for some space. And I invited her dad to come sit in the back of the room and have people sign in and welcome him. And at about, a 9 o'clock event, at 9:20, nobody showed up. And it's my father-in-law. And he's helping me clean up because nobody showed up to the class. And he goes, "So this is how you're going to take care of my daughter, is that right?" I go, "Yeah, I'll buy groceries with this." And he looks at me, he goes, "Nobody showed up." And my wife, her father is pretty straightforward, kind of a straight talker. And he looked at me and he goes, "You got a problem." I go, "I do?" And he goes, "Yeah, nobody likes you." I remember that drive home just going, I got something going on with me. There's something wrong here. What do I got to do? I had too many events that nobody showed up. Nobody was there. All this preparation, all this education, everything was in place. But what was repelling the people? How come they weren't showing up? Because what I had when I was going to teach was going to be amazing. I just wanted to help people. Anybody else in the room? I can't hear you. I can't see you. Make a movement. Anybody else in the room changing people's lives? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, well, tonight, over the last 7 years, I have dived into the depths of trying to figure out what does it take inside here to switch from pushing people away to attracting them in large numbers. What do I have to switch in here? And I hope this is something you're interested in because I brought for you tonight some absolutely yummy mentoring tools. Anybody interested in some yummy mentoring tools? Okay, and I told the Goddards, I said, okay, here we go. Like, I'm bringing some secrets out of the vaults. Like, this is just Kirk's secrets. And she goes, good, these are my people. This is my family. These are my family. And then she called you kids and grandkids. And I was like, how does that, you family? You guys are like seriously family around here. Are you? It's like a big family reunion. At this time, I just want to express my appreciation to Natalie and Andy for what they have done for all of us. Please, big round of applause. Excellent. Excellent. And I just the time that I've been able to spend with them and just be in their presence, I just honor that space that they dwell in, that they've done so much work to prepare their space around them, which we're going to talk about tonight is your personal space and what's going on in it. But they've done a lot of work to prepare their space, the energy within that space, their thoughts within that space, and who they choose to fill that space in with, which is absolutely a blessing that they've been able to create something like that. I also, at this point, got to say I'm really appreciative of my wife for what she's gone through with all my no-show classes and for Kirk to figure out how to create an event for people to show up. She's in the back. My beautiful wife, Kimberly's here. We give her a big round of applause. There's Kimberly. Yep, excellent. And I know, you guys, you have people at home taking care of family or kids or something or covering the office, taking care of things. Can we just give them a big shout, a big round of applause to all those people out there? Thank you for all your help. Excellent. Well, I have some information for you here tonight. I'm going to give you as much as I can in the time that I have here, and then seriously, at the end of this, I have to run to the airport. I have an event tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in Park City, Utah. It's a 3-day event. And so I will be scooting out of here pretty quickly after it's done, but I'm going to give you as much as I can up until the last minute. Do I have your permission to do that? Okay, very good. Couple things here at the very beginning. I know this is a people-focused business about changing people's lives, but does anybody in here have any interest in money? I heard 1, 2. Okay, it does buy groceries, yes? It does buy groceries. Okay, over my years of working on myself, everything I'm going to train you on today, I've figured out for myself. And our results as a couple, to take our garage business, sitting my little company that I had at a card table sitting in the garage next to the fertilizer, and now we're an Inc. 500 company, and people ask me, how did you do that on a high school education? And I said, well, what you do is you love people. Rule number 1 in our company is love people, and it sounds like we're similar. The way you work is you love the people too. Is that correct? It is helpful, though, to have money to be able to pay for things so you can go do other things. Is that true? Yes. Okay, so you want to write this down. There's no specific place to write some of these things down, but this one you want to write down. I'm going to suggest to you a block or a roadblock that's happening inside of your mind. You see, your mind is conditioned based upon numbers. Your brain, or your mind, brain is the flesh, mind is how it functions. Your mind is conditioned upon a certain number inside your head. And whatever that number is, you will get up to that number, and you will press up against that number over and over and over again, and you can work hard. You might even get above that number, but then if you back off, it shrinks back to that number. You get set on a particular number. And tonight I want to show you some tools of how to get through that number and have your capacity or your maximum level move up a couple levels. Anybody interested in that? Yeah. Okay, grab the arm of the person next to you and shake them just a little bit and just tell them, you can have bigger numbers. You can have bigger numbers. You so can do this. You so can do this. Okay, let me just play with you here for a second. This is a Franklin. Has anybody ever seen a Franklin before? No, you want to see it? This is a Franklin. It's got a 1 and a 0 and a 0. I would suggest to you, on your bathroom mirror, at least get a Washington. Does everybody know who Washington, what his number is? What is it? It's a 1. Because if you tape a Franklin to the mirror, they tend to come up missing often. If you do that and you have kids, they're gone. It's like, where'd that go? And all of a sudden the kids took it. But inside here, okay, inside this skull, there's this, I separate my mind into departments. And there's this really large department in my mind, and it has to do with numbers. And if I don't see larger numbers, like literally see larger numbers, I don't get larger numbers. I have to change the number by visually seeing it before it's actually going to change physically. I have to change the number. And so I know many of you, raise your hand if you have a vision board. Who in here has a vision board? Excellent. Who uses it? Who's getting major things coming off of it? Okay, the numbers dwindled really quick. Okay, let me just, now this is going to be tricky how I'm going to say it, but please hear me straight out. It's not about money, but you do have in here an issue with money. Okay, life is not about money, but just because you live on the planet, you have to face money issues all day long. Got to put gas in the car, got to get groceries, got to do all kinds of things. You face money all the time, constantly in your face about making decisions about money. So I know people don't want to talk about it, but we have to. If we don't change that number in there, you don't get more. You may get it, but you'll lose it. Okay, so what are you suggesting, Kirk? You take one of these, a 1, a 2, a 20, whatever you want, and you tape it on the mirror at the very top of your mirror in your bathroom, the very top of your mirror. Somebody asked me why the top.
Why the top?
Because in the body language world, when you have to look up at something, you tilt your head and it turns you into an inspiration gathering machine. It just flows. When you lift your head up or look up, it literally changes the dynamics of your mind and you start picking up on ideas very quickly. You look down at the floor, you start to think about all the problems. Your mind literally will change the dynamics. You look down, it's the problems. You look up, you come up with solutions. So down is problems, up is solutions. So if you want solutions to money, we got to put our brain in a spot that it will literally work so it can get those solutions. So even if you take a $1 bill and you tape it at the top of the mirror, you get done brushing your teeth in the morning, just look up, and while you're looking up, you're going to see money, and now you're in solution mode about money. Anybody interested? Yes. Yeah? Okay, tell the person next to you, I hope Kirk gives you that Franklin. I hope Kirk gives you that Franklin. Just so you know, this Franklin was brought here tonight to go home with somebody. And it's usually going to go to the person who's the most crazy, but still ethical and moral in this event. Whoa. I will, wait, later. Okay, good, very good. Okay, so we'll talk about Franklin here in just a little bit more later. Okay, so you're going to take a $1 bill. Where are you going to tape it? And why are you going to tape it up there? So you can look up to it, and seriously, you don't even have to do anything. You just sit there brushing your teeth, like looking at it, and you tilt your brain, you look at it, it puts it automatically. I love the word automatic because when you know how the brain functions, all you got to do is put it in its place, and it works. And it works. Yes, love it. Who has a stick shift car? Who likes automatic over shift? You just push the gas, and then you let go. There's automaticness that can happen inside of our mind. Just a fun little tool. I'm going to call it a little tool, but I'm going to tell you right now, as a mentor, my mentoring package is $50,000 for 10 appointments for a year. And my schedule right now is jam-packed full of people that I work with from all over the United States. And I'll tell you, a really, really cool tool is to stick a $1 bill at the top of your mirror and tell everybody in your family, don't take it off. Tell the person next to you, you got to tell your family. Don't take it off. Don't take it off. Okay, next part. I can't go that way because there's a speaker right there. Okay, next part. Education. Is anybody learning anything by being in doTERRA? You guys, you got incredible leaders that are teaching you seriously powerful tools. Can I tell you something about how your brain functions when it comes to education? Okay, you have a couple different things that happen here. You see it, you hear it, you say it, You feel it. You. Twice as loud. When you cover all four, it goes in. When you only see it and hear it, it kind of hangs in there. So if you're wanting to build a team or you want to build yourself, take on this principle called whole brain learning. It's called whole brain learning. Look it up. Type it up. Look in Google. Look it up. Whole brain learning. See it, hear it, say it, feel it. If I want to become an expert, like really good at what I'm doing, whatever it is I'm learning, I'm going to watch it, I'm going to listen to it, and then as fast as I can, I got to find somebody to teach. Find somebody somewhere to teach. Get on the phone. I got to teach you something. I got to so tell you something. And when you go to tell them, add a little bit of passion. A little bit of what? Passion. Just a little bit of passion, a little bit of excitement to it. So you got to those 4 steps right there, I've taken information that I've learned and I have sunk it down deep inside me, which has turned me into a place of intelligence. And people are attracted to intelligence. You may be hearing a lot of things, but it's not sinking in. And one thing people hunger for is good, yummy intelligence. And you could be like reading tons of books and hearing tons of stuff, but if you see it and you hear it, what 2 are missing? These are the 2 that people usually miss out on. As soon as you learn it, what do you got to do? And when you teach it, what do you got to do? Like you find somebody. Like, oh my gosh, what's your name? Josh. Guess what I just learned, Josh? If I take a dollar bill and I stick it at the top of my mirror and I look at it every day, something's going to happen. I don't know what it is because he didn't tell me the rest of the story. But something's going to happen. Okay, your turn. Go. Get somebody. Get somebody.
I just learned something.
Okay, Josh.
On the mirror.
Passion.
I don't have any.
Passion. Just
put a dollar bill on the mirror.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen. I don't know what it is.
Go! Somebody!
And you look up, and your brain becomes an inspiration factor. And something will happen, something good.
Give her a big round of applause! Okay, so somebody asked, why, Kirk? Okay, so I learned something, and when that intelligence comes to me, well, I'm an intelligence, I have power, I have energy, and when I add my energy to what I'm going to call the grid of intelligence, so I learned something, now I add my energy to it, I align myself with all the other intelligent people on the planet. It's an alignment process. So if I learn something and I add energy to the grid, it's kind of like adding solar panels to your own house. You add energy to the grid. You become a contributor to the intelligence on the planet, which makes you valuable. You're going to learn a lot tomorrow and the next day and the next day. You're going to learn a ton of information. And during breaks, get on the phone and call somebody. But it's not like this. Yeah, this guy got up on stage and $1. Yeah, and look up. Don't drool, but look up while you're brushing your teeth. What you're doing is you're taking away from the grid, which now you devalue intelligence, and people won't go to you, they'll go to somebody else. People want intelligence and they want energy. Add energy to the grid. So whatever you learn, now go tell somebody, and when you add passion, it kicks in that heart, and now you're adding to it, which now makes you attractive and valuable. Tap the person on the shoulder next to you and just tell them, you so can be attractive. You so can be attractive. You so can be attractive. Okay, so what we just covered was number 1, Open up your page. On the inside, it was number 1. You probably wrote this all down on the front, but let's look at number 1 here on the inside. I have these different pieces here for you tonight that, if you'll just try them, they're going to be slightly hokey, which makes it fun, because then it kind of weeds out people who are super serious. And, okay, super serious is kind of stuffy. Okay, let's just tell us, do we have any super serious people in the room who are stuffy? No pointing fingers, just, they got to confess themselves. It's a confession. You did good, Josh. You know what? Big round of applause for everybody who got in on that. Good job, Josh. Good job. Good job. Okay, on number one, you see that multiplying sign? That's an X. Some of you think it's X marks the spot. In mathematics, it's called multiplication. It's a lot better than addition. Would you agree? Yeah. Okay, multiplication. If you want to multiply your efforts, at the top part of that, you put C, S-E-E, not the letter C, but you're going to C. Then on the other side of it, you're going to put here. Then on the bottom part, you're going to put say. And then on the other side, you're going to put feel. See, hear, say, feel. See, hear, say, feel. And these 4 components here have taken me from a normal Joe in a garage of just like wanting to change a couple people's lives to now we literally have people flying in all over the world to come to our classes and to train them. And I got to tell you right now, if you want to be a rock star in what you're doing and have people go, how did you do this? And you can tell them, whole brain learning, dollar bill on top of your mirror, rocks, it's so rocks. Tell the person next to you, you better do the dollar. You better do the dollar. Better do the dollar. Better do your dollar. All right. Who's going to do a dollar? Okay, let's do this one more time. You so are going to do a dollar. Okay, back of the room. Who's going to do it in the back of the room? Front of the room. Middle of the room. And the outside edges. Okay, you're all in. It's crazy cool, you guys, when you understand the functions of the mind and you can literally have it work for you. It is so yummy. It's so yummy. There's times that people will call Kim and I up and say, hey, can I take you to dinner? And they're like super cool in some place. And they're like, tell us like the coolest, deepest secrets. Okay, get $1. And they're like, no, come on, give us like really what you do. Put $1 on the mirror. Good? Okay, as you're building a team, because I know you all are, and I know you all are set up to become extremely successful because of the team you're currently on right now. Consider the fact that when you teach somebody, be it in a class in a home, or you're teaching on the phone with your team in any form, consider all 4 levels that you see, hear, say, and feel. And as soon as you get done teaching them, either they're going to repeat it back to you on the phone right there on the spot, or they got to call someone or go get it done, and they text you when they're done. But engage that team member. Engage those people in your class in what's happening. If I was teaching a class, oh my goodness, and maybe you already do this, it would be like, okay, I'm going to teach you guys all how to do this. And I'd pick somebody in their room going, okay, now you're it. Get up there and teach everybody what I just taught you. And now have somebody in your audience, now they're up there teaching. And they'd be like, okay, so what do I do here? And now they're like already acting as though they're in the company. Up there in front, get them involved. Totally get involved. I bet that person would be the first person to sign up. Because they'd be going, I can do this. Yeah, okay, sit down, you're next. Seriously, when they have to see it, hear it, say it, and feel it right there in the moment, it sinks in. They will never forget your class. They will go tell their neighbors, and they want to do it too. But many people just go teach and show, and that's just seeing and hearing, and they don't get them involved in them talking about it and actually doing part of the class themselves. I don't know, do you guys like have a speed limit of growth here? Like you can't go over 55 miles an hour? Or can you go as fast as you want? Really? Okay, can I show you some more cool stuff? Okay, did you get number 1? Whole brain learning. What is it called? What are you going to put on the mirror? If you want to super crazy it fast and you don't got kids at home, put a $100 bill up there. Kirk's $100 bill? You are working that on me, aren't you? Okay, all right, good. Okay, next one. I'm going to need about 12 volunteers. Okay, no, hold. We're gonna create a mess here really fast. Oh, here they come. Okay. We'll see if this stage can hold it, but just count as you come up though. Count! You have to count. Count out. Count it out. 12. Okay, don't spill my water. Do I need to help you guys count? All right. Who's going to be? You are going to be. You are. Come here.
We have 13.
Come here. We have 13? That'll work.
That's fun.
Okay, tell us your name.
Rochelle.
Okay, big round of applause for that. Whatever that was. That was awesome. Okay, who are you again?
Rochelle.
This
Shell.
Rochelle. Big round of applause for Rochelle. Okay, hi Rochelle. You're going to be my example. How long have you been in doTERRA?
Year and a half.
Year and a half. And your goal is? Presidential
To take
Diamond.
over the
Excellent.
world.
Presidential Diamond. Good. Okay, take over the world. So what is your next goal? What do you want to have happen?
I want everyone around me to do everything they can.
Everyone?
Everyone.
That's a lot.
I know, everyone.
Okay, so your goal is how many?
7,000.
You're going to go from where you're at to 7,000.
Yeah.
Okay, and right now you're
People.
at?
7,000 people.
How many people do you have right now?
300.
You're going to go from 300 to 7,000 by next week.
No.
Okay, so by the end
next
of
week?
by the end of next month, what would you like?
End of next month, 350.
Ooh, add 50 to month. Oh, I so love that. Can I show you something?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's Rochelle, right?
Right.
Okay, Rochelle.
Time me up.
Yes, come here. Okay, right here. All you guys scoot that way. Perfect. Okay, this is number 2. Are you shaking?
Yeah.
Because everybody's looking at you up here. Okay, check this out. Everybody has people in their life. They have people. And have you ever been mad at somebody before?
Have you ever been tied up before?
Ever been tied up before? Have you ever been mad?
Yes.
You've been mad before. Okay, stand right there. Good. Come here, person. You guys are all people. You are somebody in her past.
All right.
Somebody in her past.
Am I happy or mad?
You are a person. Okay, take one.
I want the red.
Take one. You guys are people. Grab one. Loop it over your hand. We're on principle number 2. Pay attention to what I'm going to show you here. This is going to make a gigantic difference in the growth of your team. Is anybody interested in team growth?
Yes.
Anybody interested in finding builders?
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
Okay, listen closely. Listen closely. Okay, everybody got their, this is what you do. Take the rope, go through there, and it makes like this neat little thing like that.
Do you want to find me?
Okay, come here.
All on the same hand? Or?
Yep. So in your picture, you just stay right there. Check this out. As soon as you have it on your wrist. Yep, you got it. Yep. Okay, what are you learning right now just by watching me do this?
Some people need help. That your hands shake.
Some people need help with the ropes. You got somebody? Okay, this is called the Burr principle. Burr. Everybody go, Burr. Burr principle. This is the Burr principle. Okay, you got it on you? Good. Okay, we're just going to get her all hooked up here.
Made that nice.
Okay, watching her, what can you guess that's going to happen? We got her? Come this way. Come this way. Okay, all you people are in her past. And some of you could be in her present. Everybody tied to her? Almost. Okay, almost. Good? Okay, this is Rochelle. She's going to go hold a class. She's going to go hold a class. She doesn't know that these people are from her past. These people right now just represent an entity or a space of energy. And the Burr principle has to do with blame, regret, and resentment. Blame, regret. Oh, don't pull her. She's got a lot of ropes on there. Blame, regret, and resentment. Those three cause a cord to be connected from you to that person of whenever the blame, regret, and resentment started. Blame, regret, and resentment creates a cord attached to you and to them, no matter how many years back it goes. Are you with me so far? What are the three? Blame, regret, and resentment. Okay, so you go to her class. You go to her class and just pretend like we're in a class. These people are in her past. She can't see them. You go to the class. You are standing here. She's here. Tell her about the class. Tell her about the company. Tell her about the company. So just keep pretending you're telling her about the class. She's at a class. She's talking to her about the company. This person right here, she senses she has attachments. For some strange reason, she senses attachments. But we can see them, can't we? We as individuals, okay, be good or you're going to get fired. We as individuals sense energetically and intuitively attachments on other people. And if she is considering joining her team, she goes to a place in her subconscious that asks the question, does she have room for me on her team? She will go to a place in her subconscious and ask, does she have room? And what does it look like? No. And I am so going to submit to you tonight that people who have told you no, that they're not going to be part of the company, literally told you, you have too many attachments. And I would have signed up with you, but you have too many cords of. So I couldn't get anybody to show up to my class. Nobody would show up to my class. Once in a while, one person. One time my wife brought her mom. So I had my wife and my mom in a class, and I felt progress. I couldn't get people to show up or even bring people with them. Guess what? 3 things I started to clear out of my past. Blame, regret, resentment. Guess one more time, twice as loud. Blame, regret, resentment. Those 3 are cords that attach to us. And they are so sneaky, and they take up space. And people will love you, and they will tell you, I love this. It was like the coolest class ever. Man, I would love to do this. But they don't say yes. Have you ever wondered why they don't say yes? 2 of you. Anybody else? Yes. Guess what? Let's pretend like she shows up with these leadership skills, these building skills, like she's just fired up. She's like, she wants to make it work. She wants to make it work. She shows up.
And I'm a leader magnet, baby.
She wants to be this kind of person. As she's looking at this person, she is more sensitive to the attachments. She'll move on faster. She'll move on faster. The people that I have personally mentored and walked them through this about blame, regret, and resentment, and they work on forgiving, letting go of people in their past by addressing them individually, but not personally. Tell the person next to you, not personally. That could get ugly. Okay, it's not personal. It is an energetic or an intuitive way of clearing the past. Literally what happens is she then on part 3, part 2 is to draw this picture, what you see up here. Draw cords to the hands on part 2. Draw little stick figures around that person. Just draw 1 or 2 stick figures. Draw cords going from the hands of that person off onto somebody else. there's different ways I teach. I also have a way of sending messages out through audio recordings. And I created an audio recording that talked about letting go of things in the past. But this is a further level of helping you understand exactly what you're looking to let go of. Blame.
Regret, resentment.
Okay. Who in here is really tired because of all the efforts you've been putting out? Physically tired? Raise your hands high. Let me just see you. Okay, I'm going to show you the next principle about this. Okay, let me show you something. Okay, you're good. Thank you for your help right here. I got to show you one more thing. You guys have got to all be safe in this. Safety. I need you to go over to that chair. Okay, pause. No. Be safe. Be safe. Okay, pause. What's she dragging? Guess why she's tired? Tired is a sign of attachments to blame, regret, and resentment. I would want to sleep all the time, exhausted. The littlest things wore me out. When I started letting go of between me and other people about blame, regret, and resentment, all of a sudden I started having more energy. Like I could move more quickly. I could get going. I could get more things done during the day. I wasn't going to bed at night going, oh my gosh, I didn't get that done again, my whole list. But you see her go to move, all these have to move with her. It exhausts us. It makes us tired. And we're just pulling and dragging all of this with us. Does this make sense? Yes. Are you going to do you know what to do about this? Okay, on part 3, just with this visual still going on up here, on part 3, this is what I suggest. You can take 1 page of paper or create 3 different pages of paper, but then just put people I blame, put on the top of the page people I blame, on another page put people I resent, and then on the other page put people I regret, or experiences that I regret. Blame, resentment, and regret. And if you'll just leave those pages open, like on your phone or in a notebook somewhere, and go searching in your mind for where these people are at, or who are they, or how far back it was, your brain then will start to bring the files to you to go, you got to get rid of this. It's making us tired. And we are putting so much effort out, and we could have had so many more yeses. We could have had so many more yeses. Who wants more yeses? Yeah. Okay, if you want yeses, we got to take the cords off. Because you can do one of 2 things. You can work hard, work really super hard until you get strong enough you can drag this around, or you can let them go and start reaping the benefits of being somebody who has space for other people to get on your team. And you will start attracting builders, people who really want to make a go at this and be a leader in the company. It'll dramatically affect who comes to you, the quantity and the quality that comes to you. But if you have all this going on, which when I found me, I had a whole bunch. I kept coming and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Okay, so you have the list. Can I tell you what to do? Okay, you take the list. It's really super simple. You and a tree are going to become like the best friends ever. What am I suggesting you talk to? A tree. You go to it, you find a tree in some park, you now name the tree Alan. Do we have any Allens in the room? Oh, shoot. Okay, Larry. No Larrys. Okay, I got Larry on my paper. I look at the tree. Hey, Larry, you know what? You're on my blame list? I so blame you. You drove me nuts. It's for sure your fault. Okay, I treat the tree like it's Larry, and I have this get it all out of me moment. And then at the end, I just go, Larry, you know what? I got to let you go. What do you do? Come on, everybody, show me. Take it off and say, Larry, I hope you forgive me. I forgive you. I've got to move on. And just have a movement where you just make it happen. Go to the next person on the list. Next person on the list. That tree will take it, send it into the earth, and send it to the heavens. The tree connects heaven and earth right there. Roots into the ground and branches reaches into the sky. It's a great place to release and to have it let go. To release and have it let go. Too simple, huh? If you want to have teams that grow in ways that will shock the people around you, they'll go, what are you doing? Well, first you put $1 up, then You sort out your 3 lists of this BRR, B-R-R, blame, regret, resentment. Because see, if you don't take care of blame, regret, and resentment, the BRR will leave you in the cold. You'll be left out in the cold and wondering why it didn't work for you. Good? Yes. All right, let's give everybody up here a big round of applause. Thank you, everybody. You can just take the cord off and just drop it right there. Do we have microphones in the room? Is there a handheld mic? I'm going to take just a couple minutes and answer some questions. Anybody have a question about what I just showed you here? Comment? Good. A question right here? Is there a microphone? Okay, then we'll come back over here to you.
Who has it?
We're right here.
I just wondered, does guilt fall under one of those?
Guilt, what I've learned about guilt as I've been mentoring people, guilt comes because we knew we could be further than where we're at. That's all it is. Like we could be there, but I'm here. And the reason I'm here is because of all these. And so guilt is in there, but if you really let go of the conversation and that experience with that person, you open up space around you that people literally feel like you have space. They want to be in your space. And literally, I've watched people's teams in all different places, like seriously move in a very, very short amount of time. So guilt is there because you know you could have been there, but you've been dragging all this with you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's give a round of applause for asking her question. Excellent. Right there, and then over here.
I was really excited to come tonight. My entire upline's been talking about you. And when I learn, I draw symbols as I go. It's part of that see and feel thing.
Awesome.
And so I was drawing symbols, and I put a dollar sign down for the dollar, and then I was drawing a tree for the letting it go part, and it made a money tree. So, a money tree. I like that.
Love it. Give her a big round of applause. Good job. And where's my person over here? Right there. Stand up, please.
Is it ever appropriate to actually have a conversation with one of those people?
I got to be very careful about this because there was a class I did one time and I forgot to tell them not to address the people. And somebody found me somewhere else and they went, "You know what I've been through lately?" And I was like, "What?" And they go, "I got on the phone and I started calling people going, I blame you for this." I go, "That's not what I said." They go, "Well, that makes sense because I called people and said, I regret you, I resent you." And I'm like, "No, you say that to the tree." There will be some people you'll go, "You know what? I really got to talk to him in person. I really got to talk to him in person." What I want to save you is time. I want to save you some time. If there are some people you need to talk to and address personally, boy, go have those conversations. But this is something that by Sunday night, you could have all 3 lists. The blame, the regret, and the resentment, you could have all 3 lists cleared. All your cords off. You hit the ground running on Monday, no cords, and the power of this weekend inside you, oh, so going to rock in the next 2 weeks. Like, start tracking your yeses. You'll notice that you feel more free in what you're doing. They'll love it. People around you will love it. Your kids will be like, "Mom, wow," or seriously, people will wonder, "Did you lose 10 pounds? It's a great weight loss program. Because then you don't have the burden or the carrying of people behind you.
Great.
Good? All right, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. Let's go right there.
So for those of us who are multitaskers, could you address a few people at the same time, or do you need to go one at a time?
No. It's like you're at the tree. You are taking care of it right there. Taking care of it. But Kirk, I don't even have time to go talk to a tree. Can I go somewhere else? Yeah, garage, or nobody's in the home. I prefer not to unload all that inside my home because then it seeps into the couch and the walls and paint falls off, dishwashers die, things like that start to happen. It's costly to unload that inside. Just do it outside. Nature has a great way of just healing it and moving it. You guys know about nature, but it just heals and moves it. So that's why I suggest outside. Just be outside, step outside on the front porch, let the neighbors hear what's going on, and just clear it. Clear it. But notice what I'm showing you. You're seeing a list. You're going to hear yourself say it. You're going to say it, and you're going to have a little bit of feeling come out with it. So you're using the same principles that it takes for something to go in to have it come out. Whole brain learning also has whole brain releasing. There's whole brain learning and there's whole brain releasing. If we don't use the whole brain releasing, we don't completely clear ourselves of that. And then we got fragments. Got little fragments going on. Did that help? So take care of all of it. In fact, oh, no, it's Tim, Tom, Bill, Alan. You just take care of them right there. But it's one, you take care of it, make it personal in that moment, because it's all about relationships. It's all about relationships. Why would you have permission to build new relationships that are going to last when you have others that are tainted? The system don't work that way. It doesn't. You'll see people right now who are working really hard to add people, and then all of a sudden people go away. And then they go, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if this is going to work. It's not the system. The company's designed absolutely in an amazing way. It's not the company. It's not the product. Ding, 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 ding. Elbow the person next to you and tell them, it's probably you. It's probably you. Probably you. But how cool is that? How cool is it? It's empowering to go, I'm messed up. Yeah, if I'm a mess, I can get cleaned up. You guys, of companies that I have been around, I had the most amazing gift today. The most amazing gift to sit with the Goddards today and listen to some things that were said in the company. I'm just sitting there just going, wow, you guys seriously are major gifts set in your lap, this blessing set in front of you. I mean, I know companies where their products are lame. And I'm training them, good job on your lame product. I'm trying to fake it, whoa, this is neat. And I'm going, But you guys get it. I mean, you hear it all the time, and you know this, everything you read and you hear about this company and the products, I mean, it's all about healing. So who's got to really amp it up on healing? Yeah, tell the person next to you, it's me and I'm going to get it done. Just tell the person next to you, it's so me and I'm going to get it done. Handle it individually, though. Can I give you a Kirk secret? If I can't find a tree when I get in my vehicle, I put them in the seat next to me. And then I roll down the window and they fly out. Then next, roll down the window, suck them out. Okay, next. Sorry, that's a little Kirk secret. But it so works. And it's kind of fun to go, and eject. Woo. Okay, next. But energetically, I do roll down the window. And sometimes it's my wife. Oh, come on, spouses in the room. Amen. Can I get another amen? Okay. Sometimes it's your spouse. Sometimes you're like, well, I can't wait till they get home and I'm going to unload on them. That is naughty. It is naughty to unload on each other. Just make it a rule right now. It is naughty. In our house, if Kim comes home and she goes, ugh, I'm like, She goes, but I got it. And I'm like, And she'll go unload and she'll come back. She'll be like, we can talk now. Or I come home, and she'll go, We honor each other's soul, mind, and body. And we will not take our toxic energy and poison and kill the cells in each other. We will not do that to each other. It is poison and it kills cells. We honor each other's mind, body, and spirit. And just in a huge way, honor. The tree can handle it. I've had no trees that have died except for one. And I think it was because my kids went out there and unloaded on the tree. Even our children do this. They'll get all wound up in the house. It's like, they got to go outside. They go unload on that side. Our home is like what we call puke-free. Okay? There's no toxic stuff going on outside. Our home is very calm. And we run a crazy, wild, go-fast business, but our home is calm because we choose that none of that is said inside the home. We connect and partner with nature because you get this, you have the products of nature for healing. I go to nature outside for healing, and it heals. It heals in a big way. Good to know? Yeah. So who's going to try the window down, suck them out the window thing? Yeah. Or sunroof. They shoot out the sunroof. Okay, but let's get back to what's really happening here. You put them in the seat. You're clearing relationships. Let me tell you the equation. I probably shouldn't tell you this because some of you left-brainers are going to take me actually literal on this, but you almost could. I found in growing my own personal classes, for every relationship I cleared, I had 5 more people show up to my class. Every one, negative, blame, resentment, regret, every negative relationship occupied the space of 5 healthy ones. It's not one for one. It's one for many. One for many. Maybe it's for you 10. Maybe it's 3. I don't know what your number is going to be. But seriously, you play this game and you write a list of those and you go talk to the tree or set them in the car and you literally just talk and just tell them I'm sorry and we had a bad time and that's terrible and I just need to let you go and they're gone. Watch what happens. But you so got to believe that it works. You can't just do it and go, well, let's see if this Duncan guy's right. If you go into a state of unbelief, I don't know if you understand this, but when you do not believe, your heart goes cold and it gets hard. And that doesn't work anyway. But when we don't believe here, it drops down and gets cold and hard inside here. And we literally shut down all possibilities of it even happening. So just keep it alive up here, and it keeps the stove and the fire in here working. It's just a crazy cool tool that I would never waste your time with something that does not work. I honor your time and space here tonight and the sacrifice you made to get here to this event. And I've been, ever since I got asked, it was like immediate what to teach you. And I've tried changing it, go, no, no. And it's like, yes, yes. And you just got to know that this is for you. It's for you. And you know that timing is everything. Like what is said in the company, timing is everything. Is this your time? Yes. Back row, is this your time? Yes. Front row? Yes. Middle of the room? Yes. Okay, tell the person next to you, it's so my time. So my time. Okay, I got to move. What? I can keep going, right? Okay. All right, very good. See, we just got to buy our own jet. That's what we have to do. You'll fly it? Oh, you know how to fly jets? Nice. Very good. Okay, let's see. Okay, so part three, what I showed you there is creating the 3 different lists, the blame, the regret, the resentment. And it's really sneaky how fast that happens. You could pick up a brand new person on your list of regretting them or blaming them so fast. I mean, like tomorrow, something could happen and you'd be like, oh, I can't believe they just did that. Oh no, I just added a person to my list. Oh, now I got another conversation to go have. You see, when you start clearing those lists of blame, regret, and resentment, you start to become more aware and you start to clean up your own language so you don't have lists of people to talk about. But please test it. Who's going to test it? All right, very good. Okay, so that's all about part 3. And please, one last thing too. You may come up with all kinds of little fancy words about how to let go. You might say like, let go, release, bon voyage, see ya, get out of here, never want to see you again. Let me just narrow it down. The word is, I forgive you. Just keep it simple. The word has magic in it all by itself. Even if you want to get into the very vibration of each one of those letters inside that word, the vibration content of that word works in your soul. The vibration content of those letters in that word is what we ought to be saying to have the best experience possible. But now you can put a list together, be clear about what's going on, and then watch around you as these new people show up in your life. I am not kidding. But then we got the next issue to deal with. Are you okay if it's easier to have people join your team? Yes. You're sure? Yes. You're okay with receiving? Yes. We'll see, won't we? All we have to do is wait and watch what's going to happen here. Okay, but claim that you are open to those new people showing up. Sometimes people are afraid of success. Okay, number 4. But I'm sure you guys are not, right? Are you afraid of success? No. Can I show you what you are afraid of? Okay, number 4. Let me show you something else that's going in your subconscious about life. On number 4, you see a little person there and you see this a little bit of bright space, and then it goes gray, and then it goes dark. This is a representation of your ability to have vision. Your ability to have vision. Whoever has vision, or you have an idea of where you want to go, it literally, that intelligence is also light. Have you ever heard that before? Intelligence is light. And when you have intelligence and you have ideas, it literally lights up your path. When you have ideas and you have intelligence, the light comes from you and lights up the path. And the further you can see, the more the light lights up the path out in front of you. And people who are highly motivated, it's because they have light pointing way out there. For example, get in your car at nighttime, don't turn on the lights, and go 100 miles an hour. Would you go 100? No. Do you drive faster during the day or during the night? Day, because you can further. If we can have vision further out in front of us, the path becomes light, and we can then move more quickly. And things are not as slow and taking a long time to get this moving. To create vision. To create vision. How do you create vision? Let me give you a couple ideas of what to do here. I'm going to give you just short answers, but there's lots of depth to each one of those, but I'm going to give you just short answers. Definitely create a vision board. Put your vision board next to your bed. Why does it have to be next to the bed, Kirk? Because that is the place where you wake up and you go to sleep. The sooner you can look at your vision board when you wake up or go to sleep, the better. It gets into your subconscious faster than any other time during the day. Because your subconscious is still slightly open to receive that. The other thing is, write your story down. Write your success story. I am this next position. I have this many people on my team. And this is what I would say to you, a paragraph about yay big. Go like that. Show me. Show the person next to you. A paragraph about yay big. I could tell you, write 12 pages, but I'm going to so suggest to you, you won't do it. You got stuff you're doing. But you could write a paragraph about yay big. True? Okay, who in here has a recording device on your phone? Then you get on your phone and you read that to you. Oh my gosh, guess what? I've made it to the next position. I have this many people on my team. It is so awesome how this is all happening. And so you have it in writing, then you record it, then now that recording, guess what you do after you're done looking at your dollar on the mirror? You push play. The most powerful key to your subconscious and changing your behavior is your own voice. It's your own voice with a little bit of passion or a lot of passion. Depends on how fast you want it to happen. Good to know? Being able to hear it, being able to read it when you can, and hear the passion in you is that whole brain learning experience. Okay, next one about this vision piece. Take your paper. Mine's a little bit different than yours, just because it's on a single sheet. Take your paper and fold it like this. Fold it like this. Like the black is folded, and it's smack against the person, the black. Just fold it so the black is like right smack against their shoulder. Does anybody have a friend that's like that? Not you. Or is it you? Who's a little scared in here about what they're doing in their business? Come on, let's confession. Okay, if you raise your hand, thank you for being honest. If you have somebody on your team that is not moving forward, somebody on your team that's not moving forward, guess what's happening to them? The darkness is right here to them. There's not enough light to light the path. I would be on the phone going, I need you to write down a paragraph this big about what you want to have happen. And I need you to call me in 30 minutes when you're done, and you're going to sing your story to me. If you have somebody on your team that the darkness is up against them, you call them and you say, I need you to write a story about how big? You need to write a story about this big, and you need to call me back in 30 minutes, and then you're going to sing it to me. They're going to go, what are you talking about? I'm not going to do that. It's like, come on, I believe in you. I'm so going to help you do this. I'm going to help you take you from this. Watch this, everybody. I'm going to help you go from this, the blackness right in front of you, because I saw this thing, and I think you got black in front of you, and you can't see where you're going. So this is what we're going to do. Boom! Come on, sound effect. What are you going to do? Boom! When you meet with your team, do a little training, like copy this, use this, and just say, hey, this guy Kirk, and just go like this. Boom! Then you got like light. If they can see, they will move. If they can't see, they stay. People who are not moving on your team lack light and vision. If they go, I don't have a story, cool. I'll call you back in 30 minutes. I'm going to write your story. You guys, I'm serious. I have people that I mentor, and they go, oh, I don't have any dreams or anything. Oh, that's cool. Hold on just a minute. Da-da-dum, dum-dum. They go, what are you doing? I go, I'm writing your life. You can't do that. Well, you don't have one. They go, well, who gave you permission to do that? You said you didn't have one? I do this for people. I believe in them more than they believe. I believe in you more than you do. I can create your life to be better than you can. That's why you chose me, because I don't have attachments and I'm so going to work you. You don't let anybody get away with saying, I don't have a story. It's like, that's okay, I've actually had 6. Which one would you like? Sometimes, you as a leader, you can see more clearly than they can. There's nothing wrong with writing their story. Nothing wrong with it. If they're like, oh, I don't know if that's going to work, it's like, cool. I'll call you back shortly. I'm going to email this over to you. Here's your story. I think it's awesome. You're going to be absolutely amazing. You're going to love your life the way I'm going to design it for you. All you have to do is figure out what tune you're going to sing it in. Why have them sing it? You guys know why? One more little secret. Secret to getting into the subconscious is music. That's why you have lyrics rolling around in your head all the time. Why you can't get certain songs out of your head. And when somebody has to go, I love my life as a blue diamond and I travel everywhere. My new house is amazing and I'm beautiful. Doesn't have to be perfect. They just need to. What are you going to make them do? That would be a cool meeting to have. Like, get them all together and go, okay, who's got this going on? Well, tonight we're going to do this. Boom. Tonight's training is on creating light. We're going to light the path because when you can see, you will move. Good? So I got to take just a little moment here and just say, I understand who you are. You're the light bearers. You're the light bearers. You're the ones who carry the light for those who are in darkness. And they're drawn to your light. They're drawn to your light. And they hope that you'll teach them how to have their own light so that they can see. They just want to be able to see. Because there's people out there who are done being afraid of the darkness. They're done. And you're it. You're the one. Because now you know how to, boom. Now you know how to, tell the person next to you, now I know how to. Who's going to so use this? Anybody going to use this? I hope so, because when I mentor people and I can tell they can't see, we're going to create a story. I try to help them the best I can, but they can't make it. I start writing it, and then they come over and they start helping me edit it. They get involved. He's like, well, maybe I should put my husband's name in here. Maybe I should put... That one's really good, really, really good. Okay, one last little thing I got to tell you. I don't know if you do this or not, so I'm going to kind of throw this out here. You got a vision board? The other thing I would do, if anybody in here is interested in building your team, on your wall somewhere, take pictures off your wall. take the pictures off the wall and you put circles on your walls of all the spaces that are going to be filled in on your team. Does that make sense so far? Then you get tape. And from all directions, you draw arrows pointing at those circles. Arrows. What are they? Arrows pointing at those circles. And then out along the edges of the arrows, you cut people's faces out of magazines everywhere. Then you stand back and you look, and all you see is all these people rushing to those circles. Like they're hurrying. They want the next spot. Like it's a race to be on your team. And when you look at that and they go, oh my gosh, it's a race. All these people want to be on my team. Then you go to the grocery store and like, is it you? And they'll go, what do you mean is it me? Are you the one? They'll be like, what are you talking about? You're the one. Hey, you're on my wall. You're on my wall. And they're going, what are you talking about? Come here, you got to come to my bedroom and look at my wall. Then they'd go, creepy. Okay. But this is the thing, though. You might have scarcity and whatever you want to call it, but what I call is like things are moving away from you. Inside your subconscious, when you're not sure about yourself, then your subconscious goes, fine, get rid of everything. When you're unsure, it gets rid of everything. So what I want you to do is program or teach or train yourself that people are rushing to you. Big arrows coming at it. You might have a chart on your wall, but where's the arrows? Where's all the little people? You can have your kids like cut out little paper people, and there's paper people everywhere, all over your wall, and all these people are rushing. The word is rushing. Come on, they are rushing. And literally you wake up in the morning just going, I'm so excited. They're coming. I am building it, and they're coming. Tell the person next to you, like, I'm so building a team. This is so going to work. This is so going to work. Ah! Love it. I love it. Love it. Okay, where am I at, Kimberly? She's helping me with time. I have a plane that wants me to go on it later. So this, put it on the wall, put the arrows to it. These are crazy things I did so that I could create my mind to be automatic, believing that people are rushing to be in my space. If you don't program your mind to believe that, you tend to believe the opposite of that. Will they stay? Are they going to go away? You're going to wonder about these things, and when you wonder and worry about those things, that's what's on your mind, and then that's the signal you send off. Okay, this thing in here is for us to design. It's totally moldable. Scientific American Magazine just last month said, our brain is here for us to mold, for us to form, for us to make it do what we want it to do. It's something for us to design. And you use those arrows and you create that excitement. Watch what happens to your team. Good to know? Okay, number 5, I'm going to go in a little risky area. This is kind of some deep stuff. Can I go there? Yes. Okay, let me just go there on some deep things here just for a quick minute. There's a hand right there. Down in your core, where at? Core. Down in your core, I've learned of the years of mentoring people, there tends to be 5 different kinds of relationships that when those relationships are in alignment on the inside of me, when they're good, when they're just good on the inside of me, I create all kinds of personal power, energy, excitement, thrill of life. Like it just comes naturally. But there's these 5 different places. May I tell you what they are? Okay, and if I were you, write these next to the specific finger that I'm going to tell you. Next to the thumb, you write higher power. Your relationship with your higher power. Get good in that of having a relationship with your higher power. And if it's not good, make it good. This could all be done by Sunday. By when? Sunday. Tell the person next to you, get this done by Sunday. Okay, the pointer finger. The pointer finger, right off the pointer finger, put body. My body. Thumb is the higher power. The index finger is your body. The middle finger has to do with money. That'll be a conversation for another day. Okay, why did that end up with that? Your ring finger is your parents or whoever Well, obviously you had a mom, right? You were born. Anybody here not born? Gotta ask, you never know. Okay, so and if you had single parent, then you have one parent. But it has to do with your, what do you call them, who raised us? Guardian, the one who gave birth to you. Wherever your umbilical cord is attached to. Mom. Mom, okay. Mom, and if there was a dad, congratulations, then there's a dad with you also. And then Pinky has to do with time, your relationship with time. Higher power, body, money, parents, and time. Any one of those relationships not in a good place, it throws you just a little slight out of alignment. And you know how it goes in your cars when your wheels are slightly out of alignment? It's okay for a little while, but then what happens after a couple months? Show the person next to you, this is what I look like. You're out of alignment. After a while, we kind of get used to it and we fall out of alignment. Okay, one I'm going to suggest to you is time. Let me just talk about time. Now, relationship is a relationship is a relationship. You look for ways to heal it, look for ways to let go, but I want you to just know the 5. And I'm going to tell you what to do with time, and then you take the same principle and you work with each one of these categories. I know right now you have a tendency to go, I don't have enough time, I don't have the time, I run out of time. So what you literally are doing is you're taking a negative energy and you're pointing it at the entity of time. And you literally are, that's a safe word, ruining it. I'll use Kirk language. When I go, oh, I still ran out of time, I don't have enough time, and I put this emotion into it, and then in my mind, I have my file called time, and I have this negative emotion. Negative emotion goes into my time folder inside my mind. My mind goes, that's bad, make it go away. So then it goes away. And I have less time to get things done. I literally am pushing time away. My subconscious will get rid of anything that's a threat to me. Anything that makes me feel bad, after a period of time, it will push it away. It'll get rid of it. And I want to give you that heads up that you literally can embrace time and pull it to you and not talk ill of it anymore, and to cherish every moment you have and to be grateful for every second of your life that you have. Every second of your life that you have. Honor time in a big way. You might start to see strange little miracles happen in your life. Almost like somebody moved the clock. Almost like your thoughts form faster. And you become more of a time manager. Almost like you learn how time really is functioning. There is a gift that's available to all of us about understanding time if we start to honor it. I watch people send too much negativity to it, and they literally start to lose their ability to manage time. And I think that's why you're in this business, is you want to generate more time with your family. Start at this level, honoring time, and watch how it works for you. It's absolutely magical. I hope I get another time to address that a little bit deeper. So in that same experience I just shared with you there, parents, money, your body, and also your higher power. Honor all 5. Honor. And I don't know if you meditate, I don't know if you pray, I'm not sure what you do at night, but I would honor all 5. Give a lot of gratitude and a lot of thank yous to all 5. It'll serve you very well. Serve you very well. Good? All right, very good. The back page, some information for you about some body language information, something for you to read, kind of check out, look at. Many things to work on when it comes to body language. One piece I would like to end with here. Are you glad I stopped by? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. There are these floating everywhere. They're in the air like crazy. All kinds of transactions happening everywhere in the world. This literally will flow to those who have the body language that say, I would like you to come to me. In the body language, no grabbies. Hold on. Let me teach this piece. What you push goes away. Everybody, get your hands. What I push goes away. What I pull comes towards me. Literally, how you use your hands. You might be doing this in a class where you go, you know, this oil is going to be great for you. I mean, you are going to love this. All of you, I'm so glad you came. In fact, I really want you on my team. You're going to be great. You are going to do great. Awesome. We are going to be so close to each other. I'm going to work with you, everything we do. Awesome. Remember, what you goes away. What you I have this strange feeling of presence within my bubble.
It's called teamwork.
When you hold the product, talk to the people. Pull them to the product. Listen carefully, everybody. When you hold the product, talk to the people. Pull them to the product. When you hold the information about the company, reach out. Pull them to the company. That'll make a big difference in what you're doing in your class. What you push, what you pull, comes towards you. Are you guys looking for this? Yes, I am. Okay, it's going to go to somebody who's sitting on their bum. Absolutely. It's going to go on their bum. Good move, though. Good move. Good move. Big round of applause for their ambition, please. Okay. My friend, come here. Okay. How's it work?
Pull it towards me. That wasn't right. Do it again.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
Why'd you give it back?
Maybe.
You deserve
What?
it.
I just because.
Wait.
Oh,
shh.
well,
I'm
this
asking
positive
him.
affirmation thing?
Shh. No, wait.
I deserve the $100.
Okay, yeah. Good. I believe you.
Okay, all right.
Why did you give it back? Why'd you give it back?
Because I don't feel like I really should take your $100.
It's okay. And I want you to know. He said, I don't think I should have taken your $100, something like that. I don't think I should have taken your $100.
Or deserve.
Okay, we all have a challenge with this. Please put the dollar on your mirror. Please see it coming towards you. So when those people come to your class or you meet with them at lunch or whatever you're going to do, you see them changing their life. You see them also becoming a team builder. You see that happen. And when it's easy and it's right in front of you, what do you do? What do you do?
You pull it towards you.
And this experience you're having with doTERRA, let me just share with you. They have done so much work to make it easy for you. I have a little hunch. You do a little bit of pushing away, or when it shows up, it happens and it's go, okay, that's too easy. Let me give it all back. Let me try harder. When the people show up, allow them to be on your team. It's okay. Accept them. Just accept them. Did you do a good job? Yes. All right. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Well, all my new friends, how we doing? We good? All right. My wife's got my bags packed in the back. I think our ride's outside already. Is they out there? They're checking on it? Okay. I I got to give you one more. Okay, I got to give you one more. Back on number 5. The word body, just circle it like a whole bunch. Just circle it like 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Put a circle around the word body. Put it around the body. Because I want to tell you something that's going to sneak up on you sooner or later in your life. You're going to end up being a leader. And you're going to be up in front of people and teaching and helping your team. And while you're teaching, guess what they look at? They're going to look at my body. Deep down in how your mind works, you're shy about people looking at you. And your mind knows if you become a leader, that means you got to stand up front. And if you stand up front, they're going to look at you. And if your mind goes, that's going to be scary, then it'll go, okay, so I'm so going to sabotage you to be just short of being a leader and drive you nuts. Who in here is experiencing that? Where you're going, why can't I get this last thing to happen? I have to give you another deep, crazy cool secret that I understand. Starting today, love your body. Like tell the person next to you, like I have the greatest body ever. Tell the person next to you, I have the greatest body ever. Check me out. Check me out. Oh, yes. And I know right now you're going, that's really weird to end the class like this. But I want you to know, we must love how we look, or we will be afraid to stand in front of people and be great leaders. Start now. Start now. You don't walk through the store yelling to people, I got a great body. Okay, that's creepy and weird. You might get police call on you or something like that. But when you are by yourself, especially first thing in the morning when you're getting ready, I hope you speak all kinds of yummy words to yourself about how amazing you look. You've got to get that language in there because leaders have to get over that sooner or later and get over it now. When? Now. When? Now. Now. Right now. Love who you are, the way you look, and please, if there's any part of your body you don't like, please ask its forgiveness for not liking it along the way, and just fall back in love with how you look, because you will find you'll get into a leadership position really fast because you like your body. Those who don't like their body, it's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a while. So one more time, just wrap your arm around the person next to you. Tell them, thank you for sitting next to me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Please give the Godders a big round of applause. And thank you, everybody. Love you guys. Thank you.